I hope that people feel like when they read it, they're hanging out with a best friend who is sharing sort of the mistakes that she's made.
What do you like about the approach of doing essays, and how does it differ from stand-up?
I really feel like the essays is really like sort of in a way an extension of stand-up, you know, where you have like you stay on one topic for a few moments, a few minutes, and then you move on to another one and you kind of like link it all together.
You write about coming to fully embrace your body and the decision to begin confronting men who body shame larger women.
Yes.
I support this so much. Yeah. How did you get there? What was your journey?
A lot of men are just very conditioned to think that I can just say whatever I want about women's bodies.
Yes.
And that is okay. But I feel like as women, we spend so much time in our heads like really concerned about the way that we look, and I'm always like, I could like know most of organic chemistry, like if I, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or, like,
yeah.
What could I know if I like hadn't spent so much of my teen years just being like, I'm not perfect looking, I hate myself.
So what do you think about comedians who think or say that comedy is becoming too politically correct?
I mean, I don't know if it's becoming too politically correct. I feel like it's just becoming smarter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I look back at jokes that I was like trying to work out 10 years ago. I'm like, I would never say that joke now. It's like awful.
Yeah.
And so I think this is all like a learning process for everyone. And like, there are so many things that you can joke about. Truly, there's so many things you can joke about that if it's like, hey, just don't make misogynistic jokes anymore.
Right.
If you can't build your career without doing that, you know, that falls on you.
Comedians like Louis C.K. and other comedians who went on hiatus after Me Too stories came out about them, but now they're like coming back and showing up unannounced at Comedy Cellar. Like, what do you think about how all of this is happening?
The thing is there's no HR in comedy.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no office at a comedy club where it's like, what you did is like no good, so now you don't get your benefits anymore. So it's really kind of tough to sort of be like, what exactly are the consequences? But I think just showing up and surprising the audience, and people who didn't pay to see that and don't want to see you should have had the opportunity to make that choice whether or not they want to spend their money to see him.
I think that the choice part is really important, and I was going to ask if you have any advice for people who are actually in the audience of those shows. Like, is it okay to walk out if you want to walk out?
Yeah, get up, take the last sip of your drink, drink it all the way down to the bottom, and be like, bye, honey.
Where to the queen? Michael Fassbender's Bay.
So you and Jessica have such great chemistry together.
Yes.
How did you develop your voice as like a duo?
Yeah, I think that it feels sort of like when you're a tennis match where it's like Serena versus Venus, and I'm not saying Jess and I are like Serena.
Which
like,
one's Serena?
I know. Okay, maybe like two C level tennis pros who like never made it.
How do you think comedy can help support and elevate marginalized voices?
Really isn't hard for us to find queer people, people of color, women to put on shows. This is so like easy for us to like book these people. So I think we're kind of hoping that by leading by example, where it's like if we could pack every single show with so many diverse voices, there's no reason why everyone else can't do that.
So what do you want people to get out of this book?
The longest relationship you're gonna have in your life is with yourself. So if you can't hang out with yourself and be with yourself and like yourself, good luck at any relationship that you have.